Tonight, Project Baltimore in depth. Parents take on the system.
It's not safe and it's not right.
4- and 5-year-olds expected to walk a mile to school.
So there's a school bus to pick up staff, but there's not a school bus to pick up kids? Did that just happen?
From no school bus to little support in the classroom.
People don't know that our kids with disabilities are being discriminated against in this way.
Why many families face a losing battle in the fight for resources.
We're talking about saving lives.
Plus, mothers fighting to make schools safer.
When will it end? When will this end?
Baltimore City may be the most violent city in America. Violence that many of our children witness every day. Sometimes they become a part of it.
And so how do we as parents and a community guide them to something better? One woman thinks she may have the answer to stopping the so-called school-to-prison pipeline.
As Project Baltimore lead investigative reporter Chris Pabst explains, the program would put crime victims and reformed convicts in classrooms. Chris?
Well, Kai and Jennifer, this new program is unconventional, but the creator says that's what this city needs to show the students the real-life consequences of their actions by introducing them to the people who are impacted the most. People like Tamika Howard and Latanya Street, two grieving mothers who hope their stories will be a wake-up call that could save a life. It's been 4 months.
I had just came home from work on a Friday.
But Tamika Howard lives in minutes. The minutes before everything changed and the minutes after.
1-something in the morning, I hear my daughter screaming, "Who is it? Who is it?" But she sounded frantic. And when I got on my porch, she was like, "They shot Monte," and my whole body, went limp. That's the last thing I see is my son laying on the ground, and he's gone. He's gone. My son, Monte Howard, was killed April 21st, 2018.
He was at my house every day.
It's less than a mile, but Latanya Street lives in that distance.
The police were there, and he had unlocked the door, and he reached over, because the house was dark, to turn on the living room light. He walked in on burglars. My son is Sherman Carruthers Jr. He died February the 8th, 2017.
These two grieving mothers share a similar story to hundreds of others in Baltimore City. One woman who has heard many of those stories believes she now has a solution, and it all starts in the classroom.
People are not listening.
Millie Brown has been listening to mothers like these for more than a decade.
It's going to get worse. It's sad to say, but that's the reality of it. It's going to get worse.
Today, we are burying our children, and it shouldn't be that way.
Her nonprofit, Tears of a Mother's Cry, helps women who have lost a child to violence. Women like Tamika and Latanya. Millie has heard their stories, and now she wants others to hear them too. Through a new program called PIC, or Parents in the Classroom, Tears of a Mother's Cry will offer gift cards for parents who go to the classrooms and attend assemblies with their kids to listen to grieving mothers.
All these killings, all these babies losing their lives. When will it end? When will this end?
We are joined now by Millie Brown, founder of Tears of a Mother's Cry. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
So we're talking about PIC, Parents in the Classroom, the idea of having reformed convicts in the classroom talking to students, having mothers affected by violence in the classrooms talking to students. How did you come up with the idea?
I came up with the idea 20 years ago, and I think it's important now to have the mothers that have been affected by gun violence go into the schools, talk to the children, talk to the mothers, and also the convicts to go in to let the children know these are the choices that you have. This is what's going to happen to you if you don't stay on the straight and narrow path.
And all the people that are affected by decisions of violence.
Exactly.
You have gotten some momentum. Craig Wolf, who's the Republican Attorney General candidate, he's behind your program. Baltimore City Schools has gotten behind your program. What's the update there?
Well, we had 2 meetings. We're about to go into our 3rd. They've decided to pilot 2 schools. I'm very excited to go in, to take the mothers in so they can talk to the other mothers, get them involved in being in their child's education, find out what's going on, as well as getting the convicts to go in as well.
You first went into city schools, I think, in August?
Yes.
So now it's December, and hopefully in a month or 2, you're going to have your mothers in the classrooms and try to change what's happening in Baltimore City.
Yes, and it'll be all systems go. I'm just so ready, and the mothers are ready as well.
Okay, Millie Brown, thank you so much. We
Thank you.
appreciate you coming in.
Thank you.
You look angry.